450 is our number. We've got about 7 minutes left or so before we've got to hand it off to the Steal a Deal auction. And actually, Nick, they've got that mad-ass, what do they call it downstairs?
The mad-ass 125 scooter.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a scooter.
No, it does not at all. And they've got two of them.
Doesn't sound like one.
No, it looks like a motorcycle almost to me.
Yeah, because I work nights or whatever. It's been really taking all of my willpower not to go down there and start it when nobody's here, and
You've probably sat
right around,
haven't you?
I would never.
I bet you
I would never.
I'm going to on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure
You're just gonna take.
you're
You're just
there.
gonna take it.
What's he gonna do? He
I don't
can't
know.
catch me. Yeah.
No, he probably can't catch you. But I could. 529-1450 is our phone number. All right, guys, I wanted to pick your brains about what you thought about these NBA players going overseas. And there's some big names now being thrown out there. Dirk, Kobe, Darren Williams, big name for us. Dwight Howard. Those are the four I wrote down. Can you blame them?
I love it. Oh, man, I love it. And this is what we were talking about when the NFL...
Was it just for show, though?
When the NFL lockout started. No, I think they'll go.
I think they're serious.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think they'll go. And this is the beauty of it. This is what NFL guys couldn't do. There was no place else for them to go when this happened. NBA guys, they can go overseas and still make millions of dollars. And you're not going to make...
the European Football League. Right?
Yeah, but you're not... they can't even come close to competing, with the pay that these guys are getting. But the basketball overseas, they can. There's some guys over there with some millions of dollars to throw around. They're not going to make as much, but they'll make a good living and they'll still get to play basketball.
But Eric, here's one thing.
All right.
They could get hurt over there.
Oh, heads up. Nick.
Don't you hate that? I know you. The reason I asked that's one of the most asinine questions I've heard. You can get hurt doing anything, taking out the garbage.
Yeah, these guys are going down the stairs.
These guys are professional athletes.
Yeah.
They're doing what they normally do anyway, so there's no more chance of them getting hurt.
And it's basketball. You could roll an ankle. I mean, bad injuries happen in basketball, but they are far less frequent than football. Football guys get concussed, can have career-ending injuries. Basketball players, that kind of stuff barely happens. You'll get pulled hammy, rolled ankle, jammed finger, those kind of things. And pretty much all things that you'll be back within a year, no doubt. So they do go over there and get hurt. They'll be ready by the time the NBA season starts back up if it doesn't happen next year.
529-1450 is our number. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. You're on Sports 101. Go ahead.
I think this is one thing you got to keep in mind with the NBA players going overseas is you're talking about a league where, 70-80% of the players are broke 5 years after retirement. I think that they realize, I'm going to go make some money.
Yeah.
And I think that may have a lot to do with it. But just a quick thought for you.
I think you bring up a good point. I think people are under the assumption that just because you're in the NBA, you make loads and loads of money and you're set for life. Well, that's not the case. And the point you brought up, they're broke a good percentage of them after 5 years is absolutely correct. So, this is a smart move monetarily also.
Okay, so if this happens, if there's a big influx of NBA players go over to Europe, then what happens with... They're going to want to make more money somehow. Obviously, they're going to fill the seats now because they've got big names.
Yeah.
But are we going to be able to see these games? Is someone going to pick up these games? Is there going to be coverage of these games?
They run EuroLeague games.
Because I'm going to want to see Kobe in a different uniform. Darren, you know what I mean?
They run EuroLeague games on NBA TV.
Okay,
yeah.
But I'm saying is a major network going to...
It may...
Because obviously this is going to hurt TNT and TBS because they probably can't do anything about it because they only have the NBA.
Yeah,
these guys aren't going to be NBA. And does ESPN air NBA games too, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so they might have a problem with it also, but someone's
going to pick it up.
Someone could pick it up.
Yeah,
and there's going to be an audience.
If Kobe and D. Will are on the same team somewhere, you're going to get to watch it. And that's what they're talking. It's that same club from Turkey or talking to both of those guys. They might have Darren Williams and Kobe Bryant on their team next year. You're going to be able to watch, I promise.
Nice.
It'll be somewhere.
Nice. What about Ricky Rubio?
Rubio!
Was this like the worst year, or was this the best year to say, yeah, I'll come play in the NBA? Oh, wait.
No, I don't need to.
I don't have to.
I think
I'll
we're going to
stay right here.
I think we're going to have NBA basketball anyway. I think we're talking about this, and it's good and fine, but we're going to have NBA basketball. Nobody's going overseas. And I think we're going to see some.
Think we'll have a shortened season.
Some Rubio this year. We may by a little bit, but I don't think it'll be as bad as the one where didn't Houston win a title in a shortened season or something back in the 90s. I don't think it'll be shortened down that far. What does that mean?
It's time to go, man.
Cutting you off.
It's time for the Steal a Deal auction. We'll be back with you guys, though, next week, 8 to 9 at Sports 101 here on Sports Radio 1450. For Eric, Mark, Nick, I'm Adam. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.